What's up, Skill Shadow 4 here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play Lesion. Lesion is currently my main operator on defense, and I think he's one of the most powerful defenders, if not the most powerful defender in the game. And I'm going to show you why, and I'm going to give you kind of a basic tutorial on how to play him with some more advanced tips and tricks. I'm going to cover everything you need to know on how to play Lesion effectively. First off, let's talk about the Goo Mines, okay? Lesion gets 8 Goo Mines that generate over the course of a round. You can place them down when someone steps on them. They take 10 points of damage, and after a couple of seconds, they take another 5 points of damage continuously until they decide to pull out the needle. So getting right into it, we're going to talk about where we're going to place them and to use them most effectively. The first spot that you're going to want to place Goo Mines is on stairs. Now, the reason you're going to place them on stairs is because if I'm an attacker and I'm coming up the stairs just like this, and I hit this Goo Mine, I don't have anywhere to go, right? I can try to take this gunfight right here, or right here, whichever side they try to peek, or I can try to back down, or I can try to stay here and pull out the needle. Whatever I do though, there's a very high chance that I'm not going to survive, because if I'm playing Lesion, I have my Goo Mine down there, someone steps on it, I'm going to aim at it through a wall and just pre-fire. And they're never going to stand a chance. There's no way you can defend against that. Another good place to put Goo Mines is under windows. So if I come here in Archives and I put a Goo Mine under here, so let's say there's an attacker outside, and it could be a Kali, a Glass, or anyone with an ACOG, right? They're holding this angle. And let's say I'm playing Lesion on this side. I don't want to take this gunfight, okay? It's probably a smart decision. So I'm just going to throw a Goo Mine right there and back off. Now just wait. As soon as someone comes in, I'm going to hear it. When they come in, I can pre-fire it. This is really useful if you're holding in different rooms. So let's say I'm holding over here, and I'm holding for this hallway, okay? Holding to see if someone comes over there. And I'm not watching that window. That window is broken open. If I didn't have a Lesion Mine there, I might not know if someone comes through. But since I do have a Lesion Mine, I know they're right there. When they come through, I can take that fight and win. So now we're going to talk about doorways. What are you going to do with Lesion Mines and doorways? Well, what you see a lot of beginner players do is place Lesion Mine right in the doorway. That is a terrible idea. Do not do that. If I'm an attacker and I'm coming around the angle and I'm looking for a loot jammer or, you know, a Captain Trap, anything, I'm going to be able to see this Goo Mine. See the distortion right there on my reticle and just on the floor? I'm going to be able to see it and shoot it out. It's not going to do anything. Even if they don't see the Goo Mine. Let's say this barricade is down, right? I'm an attacker and I'm clearing off this room. I decide to enter. Hit this Goo Mine. As soon as it goes off, I'm just going to back out. I'm going to get out of there. If I'm playing a defender on the inside, as soon as they hit that Goo Mine back out, fire, it doesn't matter. They're behind cover. I can't kill them. So this is not a good spot to place Goo Mines. The way you want to play Goo Mines around doorways is there's two ways. There's outside and inside. And what I mean by outside is the area that the attackers normally come from. So if I'm being an attacker, I'm normally going to approach this doorway from west balcony. Okay, so I'm going to consider this the outside of the doorway. When you're placing Goo Mines on the outside, you're going to want them about a foot off of the doorway. Let's say this is barricaded. And now by having that Goo Mine there, you know if anyone steps right there. And you can hide behind cover right here. You don't need to hold this angle because if they pre-fire you, they can kill you. You just hide behind cover. As soon as anyone steps on that Goo Mine, just swing out, pre-fire, and kill them. Very easy. You're generally going to want to put your Goo Mines outside doorways at the beginning, and then as the round goes on and they run into them or shoot them out, you're going to want to transition them to inside. So this is what I call the inside, and this is going to be where you're holding. So if I put a Lesion Mine right there, I'm going to know when they come in the doorway. Again, I'll put it about a foot's distance from the doorway. That way they can't easily see it, even if it's barricaded up, or even if it's not barricaded up. They're normally not going to be able to see that Goo Mine or be looking for it in that spot. And you can just wait till they come in, pre-fire, and kill them. Same idea as placing the outside. Just remember, never place Goo Mines right in the doorway. Now let's talk about Goo Mines and shield operators. Let's say they bring on Montag Day, okay? And Montag Day can be a pain to deal with if you don't have nitros or impacts, or if your nitros and impacts are expended, right? Let's say Monty's right in this corner right here, okay? What you're going to want to do to combat that is you're going to want to aim above his shield. Let's say shield right here, you're going to aim right here. You can take out Goo Mine, throw it against the wall. That's going to bounce off the wall, land on the floor, go off, and he's going to hit it. And he's not going to have anywhere to go or anything to do. He's just going to have to sit here taking damage. And either he can try to unshield and you can shoot him, or he dies to the Goo Mine. Now we're going to talk about Goo Mine's impacts. If you put a Goo Mine anywhere near a wall and you impact that wall, it's going to destroy the Goo Mine. So if you put a Goo Mine about right here, and you impact this wall, it's going to destroy the Goo Mine. So what you're going to want to do is every time you need to impact this wall, any wall, let's say I want to impact this one right here, and I have a Goo Mine, you're going to want to pick it up, impact the wall, and then place it back down. And if you're playing with teammates, just let them know, hey, if you're going to impact the wall, let me know. Let me pick up my Goo Mine so I can save it for later, and then you can impact the wall. Alright, so now we're going to talk about using your Goo Mines to get wallbang kills. So let's say I'm over here in offices, alright, and this is broken open. I'm going to put a Goo Mine right here, okay? And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hold side view bomb site. Now, if someone comes through that window, I can just wallbang and kill, just like that. Just place your Goo Mines in places where it allows for easy wallbangs. Always a good idea. Alright, so now we're going to talk about probably the most useful way to use Goo Mines, and that is to cover your flank. So let's say I'm holding here at bottom, right? I'm holding for this window right here. Say someone's upside down repelling me. Well, if all my teammates are dead, or if I can't trust my teammates, they're not going to be holding hallway right here, okay? So someone could just, while I'm holding this angle, someone could come from around there and kill me. You would never stand a chance. But if I have a Goo Mine, I just pop the Goo Mine down right here. It holds that position. So now if anyone tries to flank around me and kill me, I'm going to know when they come here. And I can defend against it. And they're not going to be able to kill me. So do you want to anchor roam as Lesion? Or do you want to lurk? How are you going to play Lesion? What's going to be your playstyle? Well, that's a semi-difficult question to answer. At the beginning of the round, you do not want to run. Once they generally close to sight. The reason for that being is that your Goo Mines regenerate over time. So at the beginning stages of the round, you're going to want to just anchor on sight or lurk right by it and place your Goo Mines. Now if you do decide to lurk as Lesion, make sure that you're still placing your Goo Mines in a valuable position. For instance, let's say I'm lurking here in break room, right? And I place a Goo Mine over here. And I place a Goo Mine over here. And I place a Goo Mine right here. Those aren't terrible Goo Mines, but they're not really going to help me out in the long run. Because as soon as I'm out of here, say, you know, I'm moving over to offices, I'm not going to be able to capitalize on those Goo Mines. If someone steps on them and no one's over here, I'm not going to be able to kill them. There's nothing I can do. So you're always going to place your Goo Mines around sight, where generally you and your teammates are holding and where you can take advantage of the positioning and get easy kills, like on stairs. Another thing you want to keep in mind while playing Lesion, especially if you're lurking, if you're hiding somewhere and you know where an attacker is, you don't want to put a Goo Mine down because it's going to alert them to your position. So say I know there's an attacker out right here and I'm waiting for him to come in so I can kill him. If I drop a Goo Mine right in front of the doorway, he's going to know I'm around this area and he's either going to move or he's going to try to find out where I am so he can kill me. Something else you're going to want to watch out for is don't place your Goo Mines in places where you know an attacker is going to shoot them out. So if you're holding in an angle, I'm holding right here, and I know there's an attacker over here, I'm not going to want to throw down a Goo Mine because he's going to see me throw it out and he's going to shoot it, and it's not going to do any good. Alright, so now we're going to talk about giving info to your team. This is very important when you're playing Lesion, especially if you're playing with a team. When you place your Goo Mines, you want to remember where you place them. And when someone steps on them, you're going to want to look around the map and see which Goo Mine was stepped on. When you see which mine was stepped on, you're going to want to call it out. Let's say that mine in break room was stepped on, okay? If someone steps on, I'm going to call out to my team, hey, there's someone in break room, I just lesioned them. And it's always useful to ping it too, just so they know exactly where you're talking about. Because maybe you have new people or just more experienced players, but they don't know exactly where the Lesion mine was. So always communicate to your team where the Lesion mine went off. That way they can capitalize on it and hopefully get another kill. Alright, let's talk about Lesion's loadout. What are you going to want to have equipped on his guns? Well, for the two primaries, I would recommend going with the SMG every time. The shotgun isn't a bad shotgun by any means, but it just doesn't have any range to it. So if you have to go mine down the hallway, someone steps on it and you're far away, you're not going to be able to kill them. So that's really why I would equip the SMG. Now, the SMG does not allow you to equip any sort of grip. Vertical and angle are not an option. You can have your choices: suppressor, flash shatter, compensator, or muzzle brake. This comes down to personal preference, but I would personally run compensator because the vertical recoil is really easy to control, and the compensator basically makes it a laser beam. Sight is really, again, personal preference. You can run whatever you want. I prefer reflex. I would not recommend running laser sight. The pistol is good pistol, good all-around pistol. I'd run muzzle brake on it. Again, no reason to run laser sight. Just a good, solid, sturdy sidearm. Now, do you want to run impacts or bulletproof cameras as Lesion? Well, personally, I would run impacts because it just opens up the sight, allows for lines of sight that are really powerful. In addition to this, they can also blow up walls where someone stepped on Lesion Mine behind. So if someone steps on Lesion Mine and they're behind a wall, sometimes I'll throw an impact there to startle them and then get an easy kill. Bulletproof cam isn't a terrible option. I'd say it's more useful when you're running with the 5-stack and you have a lot of communication. People are always using their cams. But if you're solo queuing, I would go with impacts every time. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about playing Lesion. Hopefully, it helped you out, gave you the basics, and gave you some more advanced tips if you're already playing Lesion but was just looking for something to help you out. So, hopefully, you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you later.